to listen the word by great knowledgeable speaker, Mr. Rahul Jain, DGM HR of Uflex Group. Sir has 20-year plus of experience in domain of human resource in media, shipping, electric and electronics, chemical industries. Sir is also ICF Associate Certified Coach. Sir has a specialization in performance management, talent management, HR project, industry relation. The list is big. I consider it a great honor to welcome Mr. Rahul Jain to this HR enclave. Over to sir. Over to you, sir. Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is it better?
Yes, sir. Now it's very crisp and clear.
Sure. So can I start now?
Sure, sir. You can start.
Okay. First of all, thanks a lot to JC Bose University and YMCA for organizing, this session. And it's a very interesting topic: use of social media for professional advantage. And overall, when I look at all the topics, it's going to be very useful for the students who are going to enter this industry very soon. And this is an interesting topic. Why I say so? Because all of us, we are using social media. We are there on social media platforms. If you ask anyone about their Facebook ID or a Twitter ID or a LinkedIn ID, you'll find that the person is there. So it's a very connected world, and social media is all about interaction. It is about interaction, leveraging technology, leveraging websites which are available, and at the same time it's a medium to maximize your networking. And there are tremendous opportunity to explore information, build relationship, and then solve your purpose. So there must be some purpose when you get into a social media platform. So typically, when we look at the type of social media and which are available, which are commonly used, and there are different purposes why these social media platforms are there. And in next 30 to 45 minutes, I'm going to talk about these social media platforms. What is the use? What is the purpose? How to utilize them for professional advantages? Because in the coming months or year, the students who are going to enter into industry, they are going to use actually these social media to build the connect, get the required information, and get the required resources also. So most commonly and importantly used media which is there is LinkedIn, which is meant for professional networking. Then of course Twitter is there. People keep on hearing name of Twitter. Some of you might be there on Twitter, and there are ongoing discussions which are there between Government of India as well as Twitter related to information sharing and following the law. You must be reading this about this ongoing conflict in newspaper and television. That there is a discussion, debate which is happening around this. Then of course a very popular personal networking site is Facebook. I'm sure all of you must be there on this Facebook as well. And then YouTube is of course for videos. And then there are multiple other sites. Most importantly, when it comes to blogging, social blogging, there are 3 sites which are very popular. One is WordPress, Tumblr, Blogger, or Blogspot. These are the 3 very important websites which people use. Instagram is another one which is meant for imaging. So if you have interest in imaging, photography, that's the site you're supposed to be in. And there are a couple of more sites which are, which exist and people use it. So Quora is one of such site which people use, which is basically meant for asking and responding to questions. And then, of course, there are a couple of sites which are specific to professions. So, for example, Behance is a site which is meant for designers. There is another site called Reddit, which is for social news. If you are keen for infographics, Pinterest is there. If someone is a mother, then Cafe Mom is another site which is there. If you are a food lover and a critic of food, you like to post about food and write some critical reviews, Yelp is another site which is there. And then there are sites which is meant for songs, entertainment. So SoundCloud is there, Gaana, Spotify, Savan. There are various such sites which are there for audio and songs. So I'll come and talk about free sites particularly, and these are LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook, because these are the sites which people use most oftenly. And you all can connect as well with me on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. So LinkedIn, I'll start my talk with LinkedIn only. So LinkedIn is a site which came into existence in May 2003, and when it comes to each of these sites, be it LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, there is a best time which is defined for them to post updates. So you must be wondering that as of now, maybe you'll be posting updates, a status update anytime during the day as per your convenience. But let me tell you, there are best times which are defined for each of these sites. So for LinkedIn, the best time to update any status is 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then 12 to 1 p.m. is another time slot, which is meant for LinkedIn. Why so? Because that is the time when most of the working professionals, they are at their workplace, they have logged on to their systems, and that's the time when they log in to these websites. So it's part of habit as well to log on to these sites. And working professionals like me, typically once we are in office, I log on to these sites and check like what is happening. And let me tell you, there are top 3 countries which has maximum number of users. So USA, India, and UK are the 3 countries which has got maximum number of LinkedIn users. So we as an Indian, we are already in top 3. And you must be wondering why we should be using LinkedIn. So let me tell you, nowadays 94% of the social recruiting is happening through LinkedIn. So instead of creating your profile on maybe Naukri, Monster, Shine Jobs, Science Jobs, or JobStreet, JobsDB, various job sites, LinkedIn is the one which is meant for social recruiting. So instead of hiring from these job portal, conventional job portal, employers are now preferring hiring through these social media platforms. So most important thing for you is to keep your profile complete on LinkedIn, and you should be always cleaning up your profile. You should be always editing. You should be always showcasing your personality when it comes to a social media platform. And once you make a profile on LinkedIn, this is always advisable that you put a headline, because a headline is your individual branding. You're branding yourself on social media so that someone who is visiting your profile, from the one sentence, the person should be knowing that, okay, from this one statement, I know about this person. So that's very important. Whenever you make a profile, or if you already have a profile, visit it today, make that headline very interesting and appropriate, so that it represents you as an individual. So it's for your individual branding. It is also advise that you put a professional photograph on LinkedIn. There is a reason to it, because once you put a professional photograph, there are 11 times more chances that people would like to connect with you, people would like to interact with you. And this is based on all the findings which is there. Couple of more things which you can do on LinkedIn is, one is listing down your summary, your experiences, skills, because there are a couple of keywords which you need to include in your profile. So, for example, nowadays there are a couple of terms which employers search for or they look for. So there are a couple of common keywords which is very important, which is like hot skill nowadays. So statistical analysis is one such word. Data mining is another one word. Cloud is another word. So there are a couple of words which is, if it is there in your profile becomes much more searchable. Now there are features which are available on LinkedIn. For example, highlighting your achievement, and you can add sections actually on these websites. So on LinkedIn, you have that flexibility to add some more information. Suppose if you have some patent or if you have published some kind of a paper, you can showcase it there. Or if you have your YouTube channel or a blogging page, you can always link all those pages so that someone who's visiting your LinkedIn profile can see all the connections, all the social media platform on which you are there, so they can see this. So it is important that you keep on building your network, but at the same time, it is also important that you review and clean your contact. You can always join your alumni network, or for example, in your case, your college network, so that you are connected with your seniors or students who are going to join, or who have joined later. You can be in touch with them and let people know on the social media platform that what is that you're looking for, because there are options. Somebody who's open for work can can put a badge on LinkedIn also. So nowadays you might be seeing that people are putting got vaccinated or vaccinated kind of a badge. So there are various badges which are available. So put that so that someone who's visiting your profile knows in advance that what is that you're looking for. And there's always positive side to getting a recommendation written for you on LinkedIn, because whenever any employer or any recruiter or a consultant visits your profile, they read the recommendation which people have written. They also check like what kind of endorsements you have, for what skill people have recommended you. So you can always ask for recommendation, but at the same time, you need to return the favor to others as well by writing back, the recommendation. And I believe, in the audience, there are students from, mechanical engineering. So there are relevant groups which are there. So you can join those groups, you can participate in the discussion which are happening in your subject area. So important is that you stay active on social media and make a very meaningful presence. And you should always check like who is the visitor on my profile, because in LinkedIn you have that feature available to you, that who has checked your profile. So you know that, okay, what kind of visitors, who are the visitors who are interested in your profile. You can always look at the statistics, how many views are there, who are the similar people to you, how their profile looks like. And you can always write blogs or the articles on LinkedIn which showcase your thoughts, your knowledge, which will again help you get followers or connections. One can always follow the leaders, because there is an option on LinkedIn to follow leaders, follow relevant companies as well. So if there are a couple of companies you have shortlisted for yourself that I should be working with these companies, you can follow those companies, because each of the company has got its own page, and they keep on publishing their news as well as latest videos, as well as latest videos as well as the job requirements also. And you will see that there is a mention that who's the recruiter for this particular position. This is always good that you visit that company page and then connect with the recruiter. There is one mistake which many people actually make on these social media platform is when they send the invite, they send just the invite without any personalized message. So it is very important that whenever you send somebody an invite, please write down a note, because on LinkedIn you have this feature that you can put a note, and it can be up to 300 words, which is sufficient actually for the connection to know why you want to connect. And if required, you can use premium services as well, which gives you furthermore statistics. There are insight, there are learning modules which are available. And most importantly, when you create your LinkedIn profile, customize your URL, because LinkedIn will always give you a default URL, but you can always edit it, customize it so that people remember it easily and they find you easily on LinkedIn. So I'll come to the next social media platform, which is Twitter. I'll take up first. So first of all, I love talking about Twitter. Reason being, I am considered as top 50 HR professionals on Twitter in India who are influencing HR community, and Twitter is one such platform which is to the point and which attracts me. And so there are certain limits which are there when you post certain status update on Twitter, and best time to post on Twitter is 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. So if you are there on Twitter and if you want to search, follow me, connect with me, Being HR is my Twitter handle, and you can follow me there and we can interact there as well. So this particular social media platform came into existence in March 2006, and most importantly, if you have a Twitter profile, put a profile picture and make a very interesting biodata, like an elevator pitch, which should be there, so that anyone who's visiting, checking your profile based on your biodata, can connect with you, can follow you, and knows that okay, what are the topics this person can reach out for. And of course, one should have a very professional, pleasant photograph with real name, and you can always participate on chat, which is there on Twitter. It's a very unique feature which is there on Twitter. Someone, if you're familiar with Yahoo chat messengers and all, so something similar, Twitter also has got a feature. So there are tweet chats which are very regular, and you can participate in conversation which are there, which connects you with the global audience. And there is always a mechanism to connect with your followers by sending a DM, which is direct message. You can mention people by hashtag, which is hash Friday follow. That's a very popular trend which is there, and you can put your original thoughts, opinion, reply, you can retweet, you can mention others, you can join relevant chat, and you can also participate in contest and the discussions which are going on. And you can follow top influencers on Twitter and the companies. Then there are industry professionals, career coaches. You can try to follow them and then build your connect, and then of course try and meet them. And there are new features which keep on adding on these social media forums. So one such new feature is Space, which is an audio actually chat which is being added recently on Twitter. So that can be utilized to convey a voice message to your audience. So this takes me to now the next social media forum, which is Facebook. So Facebook started in July 2004, and globally, there are 750 plus million users who are there on Facebook. And when it comes to posting, update on Facebook, best time to post something is 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. So which is like in the second half of the day, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. And let me tell you, there is a best day also to post a status update on Facebook so that you get maximum, attention or traffic. So which is Wednesday is a day when you should be posting on Facebook. Thursday, Friday are also considered to be a very good day for Facebook to post a status update. So, if on these days, if you post 2 updates or you put 2 comments in a day, you will generate 71% more engagement actually on this. And then let me tell you, Facebook looks like to be a personal, networking site, whereas 65% of the recruitment is happening through Facebook. So as an HR professional, I also at times get surprised how and why people, reach out to me on Facebook instead of, LinkedIn. And but that's the way people try to reach out from all sources. And once they connect, of course, they're connecting for a purpose, and purpose is to get employment or get some professional help. So you can utilize Facebook pages as well for your professional advantage. And then companies also have got Facebook pages. Companies also showcase their culture, their action, whatever is happening through Facebook pages. So you can learn about people, activities, and subject of interest using Facebook. So instead of just meaninglessly spending time on Facebook, you can use it for a meaningful purpose. You can build your network. You can connect with the right people. You can follow the company pages which are there, and then utilize it for your advantages. Now you always have a choice that you can customize your privacy setting for public and private view. You can ensure that your personal photographs are not visible to outsiders, and something which you want to post on public domain is available to users, because there are employers also who are looking for candidate. They also check your social media profile. So you should be ensuring that there's nothing which is posted which can be objectionable, which goes against your candidature on social media. So with this, I come to my next next point or a next topic, which is giving you some of the professional tips which will be useful for you in your profession. So, for example, on LinkedIn, this is suggested that you should always connect with 3 to 5 people per day and follow at least 3 companies on a day. And you can always connect with thought leaders who are there. When it comes to Twitter, 3 tweets is something which makes you active user, or 2 retweets makes you active user on Twitter. So when you create your profile on all these forums, you should not be sitting idle, but you should be posting something which is consistent. And there is a frequency which is defined. So like for Twitter, it is like 3 tweets a day or 2 retweets a day, and you can follow relevant people on a daily basis. And let me tell you, in future for you, these job portals, which is like Naukri, First Naukri, Monster, Times Job, Shine, these are just complementary sites. All the hiring, by the time you will enter the industry, will be already through the social media. And your social media profile is your social resume, so which is preferred over your paper resume. So the Word document which you prepare to send out to employer is a matter of past. So employers, they look at your social media profile because that's where they get your latest update. So be it your LinkedIn or a Twitter or Facebook, any employer will come to know about what your interests are, what is that you're posting, what your thoughts are. So besides your technical skill, besides your academic qualification, if someone has to know about you, social media are the platforms which is used by the employers. So create social media profile for personal and professional branding purpose. If you want to create two different accounts, one for personal users, another for professional one, please do that. You can Google yourself, you can Google your name and find out like what comes out when you Google your name. And you can manage your entire online presence by this. So once you make your account, once you make your profile, it is important that you engage in a constant communication with your connections. So how can you do that? So on a daily basis, these platforms will be giving you alert that someone has got a new job, someone is promoted, someone has some new development in life. You can always send a congratulation message, which can be very personalized one. Something similar you do on Facebook, for example. So you wish your friends or connections on their birthdays. So there's something similar you can do on LinkedIn as well, which is meant for professional networking. You can always create a broadcast list to share your message, share your thoughts. For example, on WhatsApp, you have this option of creating broadcast list. Something similar is there on Twitter as well. You can create your list so that you get the update from like-minded people or from the people you want to listen from at one go. So you just create a list, you go to that list, and you get all the updates from all those people who are part of the list. So this is today's session. So if you go back, if you check your own status update, if you find that some of the status updates are not good one, should be edited, should be deleted, please do that, because anything which is unpleasant, which is not showcasing you in a good light, should be completely avoided on these social media forums. And let me tell you, because I have been talking about social media and I am talking about that you should be active, but at the same time, do not post just for the sake of posting, that I need to post something. Don't do that, because this can go against you. And there are people, when you are there on social media, people have been watching you. You never know who comes up and say that, you are unnecessarily, active, and whatever you are posting, anything and everything. So you should be cautious about what is that you're posting, why you're posting, what is the best time to post, and am I posting during that particular time? You must be wondering that, how can I post at that specified time? So now these social media forums have got, scheduling features. If you haven't explored this, please do that. So for example, on Twitter, you can schedule your tweet. So for example, I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you, but right now, there can be a status update which can be still posted on my Twitter handle because I have already scheduled it. So you can always do that. You can sit down on one particular day, schedule your post, or on LinkedIn, you can, create your post, save as draft, and then you can always post it at, the appropriate time. So you can do that. So it will make your presence very consistent and at the time when the traffic is at the peak. So when you're posting, any content, any thoughts, any update on social media, you should be very mindful that anything which you cannot say in public, you should not be posting it on social media too. Because once anything which is there on social media, let me tell you, this is already public, and suppose if it is unpleasant or offending someone, it can completely go against you. And this can, social media can be an advantage, but at the same time, this can screw your happiness. It can skew your image which is there. So to sum up, social media can boost or hurt you professionally or personally. So you should be very mindful how to use this tool. Okay. Let me highlight, another aspect of social media, how organizations are using the social media. So any reputed organization, they use these social media platforms for the employer branding purpose to attract and engage talent. Organizations are also conducting, opinion polls through the social medias. And of course, there is an opportunity for the company to showcase and promote the culture through social media, because there are employees who are part of social media, and there can be prospective employees who are there on the social media forums. Organizations are also creating alumni network, so that some of the employees who have left the company, if they want to join back, they are part of the network, so that they can connect back. And at the same time, organizations are using it for connecting with the customers. Customers also keep on checking, like, what is the latest news of this particular company. So it is, organizations are also posting blogs, which is meant for knowledge sharing. There are audio video blogs which are there, and there are micro blogs which are there, and then there are something called podcast, which is audio blog. So if you happen to visit my LinkedIn profile, you will find that I have recently posted my audio blog, which is my audio story, which is there on Spotify and a couple of more channels. So these social media forums are also for employee engagement, engaging talent, and for recognition, showcasing whom the company is recognizing and for what. And there are social background checks also, which company carry out regarding a candidate. What is that which is written about a student or a candidate on social media is checked by HR professionals, and it helps evaluate a candidate's personality or a student's personality basis the social media presence which is there. So when organizations are using the social media and they're checking your profile, they are checking the accuracy and authenticity of information in public domain. And let me tell you, I have come across candidates who have a biodata or a resume or a CV which has different information, and their social media profile says something else, because people tend to forget that what is written on social media and on the resume. There are things which are contradictory, and such candidates are rejected. Such students are rejected if the information is contradictory and they do not have any explanation to it. So we as an employer look for like what kind of content the candidate has posted, what kind of information this person is sharing, photographs, what kind of views this person is expressing. Has this person expressed any opinion about any of the previous employers badly, because chances are that it can be repeated. What has been the employment history? What are the professional skills for which he has been liked, endorsed for? What are the personal details? What kind of recommendation people have written for him? So that's something is useful for the organization or the HR professionals to check. So I'll ask you a couple of questions which you can take care of. One is, ask yourself that how are you constantly portraying now yourself on online or on social media. So you need to ask this question: how am I doing it? Am I doing it sufficiently? Is my online profile exactly the same as I am? What kind of status updates I have posted? What kind of discussions I have initiated or have been part of on social media? And am I on the right kind of a social media network platform? So someone like me, for example, who likes to be to the point, I like Twitter more than any other social media forum. So am I on the right platform? If I'm very expressive, I like writing long blogs, and I should be on the blogging sites. and I should not be on a microblogging site, for example. So that's the choice you need to make. You need to decide for yourself which site you should be on, and where can you discuss your professional and personal interest. And when you connect with these people, are you moving ahead with some kind of a meaningful relationship with them, or is it just a connection? So people feel very happy that I have so many connections. I am open networker, and I have like 1,500 people, 15,000 people connected with me. I have 1 lakh people connected with me. But is it serving any purpose? Have you connected for any particular purpose? Are the connections are meant for any conversation? Is it leading to some kind of a conversation which is meaningful for you, which is helpful to you? So you need to find that. You need to check that, because connecting just for the sake of it is not required. And are you measuring impact? So when you post something, how many people are viewing, checking those updates? So there are a couple of apps like Buffer, Facebook Insight, and Twitter itself has got a analytics tool which is built in on the site, and you can check like how much your status update has reached to how many people. And you can always look how your profile is looking to the public. So you can check these things today, and it will be helpful to you. Coming to one more important point, because I guess I have some time so to cover. So future opportunities for you in employment. So a couple of things I would like to highlight here is there are a couple of areas which mechanical engineering students they can look at. Robotics is one such area. Mechatronics is another area which has future opportunities, and then it can be followed by data science. And then there are joint opportunities in mechanical and IT, as many organizations are moving into automation, and the automation is ongoing, and IT skills are required. So you can acquire IT skills which complement in your mechanical academic qualification. So when it comes to IT skill, coding is something which is required to automate many processes. So I'll add on like coding plus your mechanical knowledge will be a desirable skill in future. So as my topic was to talk about social media and using it for professional advantages. So there are a couple of things which are a word of caution for you. So that whatever information you post, be authentic, be genuine, right? And do not just approach strangers and ask for a favor. You need to build connection. So social media helps you connect with the people, but you still need to develop the relationship with the people once you connect with them. And it is important that you make a very meaningful presence. You give a thought that why I am there on this particular social media forum. What is my purpose? So if you have those things clear, then you'll be on a right platform, and then you'll be using it for your advantages. And feel free to connect with me on my social media network. So for my LinkedIn profile, it's very easy. You search Rahul Jain Uflex, you will find my name. For Twitter, it is very easy. Being HR is my Twitter handle. And so when you are going to search Being HR, so my name will appear just before Salman Khan's name, because Salman Khan is being human and I'm being HR. So my name will be very easy to find on Twitter. So this world of online networking is not new, because all these platforms have started somewhere in 2003, 2004, and most of us are there. But there is a little difference. There is a little difference which is there, that people are just present on social media network because everybody is there, and people say that, okay, what's your profile? Whereas you can make a little difference by connecting with people with a purpose. So I guess there are some questions which are coming up because I saw some message, so I can take up a few questions here, and then I can close the session. So of course, the social media is a reflection of what we are. It's a personal branding tool which is available to us. So let the world know what you want them to know. And with this, I end my talks here, and I can take up some questions if it is there.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your profound knowledge with us. The session was full of zeal and valuable information. Now, I will request participants, if they have any doubts, you're open to ask.
Hi, good morning,
Sure.
sir.
Morning.
So my name is Dhruv Kakkar. I am from second year mechanical branch. So my question to you is, like,
Okay.
you told us that social media is a very it's a very volatile place where you should be very careful with the post. So let's just say, sir, somebody or let's just say that I post something that is not supposed to be there. How can I make up to it?
So if you have posted something which shouldn't be there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how you should know? Like, okay, you have posted something which shouldn't be there, right? Is that your question?
So my question is, let's just say a person posts something on social media that isn't appropriate or is not supposed to be there. How does the person make up to it? Like, how does the person, apologize for that?
Okay, in our offline life as well, in our social life as well, we apologize. So it is good to apologize immediately if you have realized that something wrong has been posted. If you can delete it, nothing like it. You can always if it is on Twitter, for example, you can always top up with another tweet. You can add another tweet, or if you want to add any clarification, you can do that. But at the same time, before posting, one should be cautious enough. For example, even checking the grammar, spelling. Should I post this? Am I, overly excited and then I'm posting it? Am I, very sad and that's when I'm posting something? So if I post this, is it going to, hurt someone's sentiment? So you can carry out, certain checks before posting itself. And if you have done it, nothing wrong in accepting it that this is wrongly posted.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Rahul sir, one question from my side that अभी आपने वो डिस्कस किया कि हमें जो है पहले इनवाइट करना चाहिए उनको, उसके बाद सारा कुछ प्रोसेस है. तो सर मेरे अब जैसे हम कभी इंटरव्यू के लिए जाते हैं तो हमारे पास ये सर बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क रहता है कि हम अपने मतलब इंटरव्यूअर के पास अपनी सीवी लेकर के जाएं या रिज्यूमे लेकर के जाएं, बिकॉज बोथ आर वेरी डिफरेंट थिंग.
Sure. In fact, it's a very practical question.
Yes, sir.
So, it is always good to mention about your social media LinkedIn profile link on your resume, because normally, CVs goes into a soft copy, and normally, recruiters they will be taking a print or checking it online only. It will be easy that if your social media profile link is mentioned. And of course, at the back end, you have updated your social media profile and it is complete, updated. So then you should include your social media profile link then and there. And also it is important that when you're going to meet someone for the interview, you read that person's profile also, that who's the person you are going to meet. Is there a common interest on which you can connect? And once you meet, or before you meet, you can always connect with the person by sending the invite that I look forward to meet you on this particular date. Anyone who sees that the candidate has done some kind of homework before the meeting, let me tell you, it creates altogether a different good impression about the candidate, that this person is well aware that who's the person this person is coming to meet, this candidate is coming to meet, and that person has taken this pain to search for my profile, read about me, and then meeting me. So you can always send a personalized note on LinkedIn and connect, or on Twitter you can simply follow. So you can do that.
Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. So one more question from audience side. Sometimes we
Right.
want to add something on our profile, but we can't able to frame our statements. How to deal with this? Is there any method that can help me?
Are you talking about any particular social media website, or in general?
Let's take an example of LinkedIn. I have to mention my internship or a training program that I have attended. How to frame that sentence?
Sure. There are, I have seen, candidates who post about their tenure as an intern. So they simply write that they worked as an intern. They write the name of the company. They write, they write the topic also on LinkedIn. And I have seen people, posting photograph of the company, or with their, guide or a mentor, conveying, thanks. So on LinkedIn, you have that option that you can give a kudos or recognition. So you can tag that particular person. You can write, thanks for being a great guide or a mentor. You get those templates already there on LinkedIn, so that someone who's visiting your profile can see that, okay, you have done an internship project with this company, who was a guide, and you have publicly thanked that person for the learning.
Okay, sir. Hopefully you answered that question. So next question is how to keep your LinkedIn account clean and minimalistic, because many times we bulk our profile by adding unnecessary information. How to sort this?
All right. So you can always seek opinion from experts or your senior, and you can one particular point you need to keep in mind, that nowadays people do not have huge free time. So people would like to see information which is crisp, to the point. So on LinkedIn also, you can keep information to the point, and you can fill all the field where you have information, so that your profile looks complete. Because these portals like LinkedIn, they prompt you that your profile is 50% complete or 80% complete. So you can complete it, and you can put accurate information, short, so that someone who's visiting that particular profile finds some interest, that I should know more about this person. Let me connect with this person. Yes, any other question?
No, thanks a lot, Rahul ji, for joining with us and sharing your valuable time with us, sir.
Sure, it's a pleasure to share, whatever I know and I have